If you've installed Hyper-V on Windows 10 and you're having problems with your virtual machines being able to access the network, then the problem is almost certainly related to your virtual switch. So let's take a look at why this happens. What I'm going to do is to create a new virtual machine. So I'm going to click New and then Virtual Machine, and then I'll click Next. I'm prompted to enter a name for the virtual machine. I'll call this VM1. I'll click Next. I'll choose my VM generation. I'll just go with a Generation 2 virtual machine. And I'll assign 1 GB for the startup memory and click Next. Now I'm taken to the Configure Networking screen. Now by default, this virtual machine has no connectivity to the network whatsoever, so that may be one of the problems that you'll run into. What I'm going to do instead is click this drop-down and I'm going to choose the default switch. I'll click Next. Now I'm taken to a screen that asks me to configure the virtual hard disk. I'll click Next. Now I'm taken to the screen for installing the operating system on the virtual machine. I'll just choose to install an operating system later. I'll click Next. Then I'm taken to the summary screen and I'll click Finish and the new virtual machine is created. Now, as you'll recall, I configured this virtual machine to use the default virtual switch. And if I right-click on the virtual machine and go to Settings, and then I choose Network Adapter, you can see that it's connected to the default switch. Now as it is right now, this particular virtual machine, even though I'm using the default switch, would not be able to access the network. Let me show you why that's the case. I'll cancel out of this and I'm going to go to the Virtual Switch Manager. And we currently have two virtual switches. We have the default switch and we have my virtual switch. Now, when you create a new virtual switch, you're prompted to choose what type of switch you want to create. Let me show you what that looks like. I'll click on New Virtual Network Switch, and then I'm prompted as to the type of switch I want to create. I can create an external, an internal, or a private virtual switch. Now, of the three virtual switch types, only an external virtual switch is able to access the network. With internal and private virtual switches, the virtual machines can talk to each other, but they cannot talk to the outside world. And with an internal virtual switch, a virtual machine can also talk to the parent operating system, but it can't communicate with the external network. So only an external virtual switch will give you that network connectivity. Let's go back to the default switch, and you can see that the default switch is configured for the internal network. So this will give you access to other virtual machines, and it will give you access to the parent operating system, but it won't give you access to the physical network. So that's why a virtual machine that's connected to the default switch won't give you that true network access. So you won't be able to access the internet, you won't be able to access other machines on your network. So if you need that physical network access, then what you'll have to do is to create an external virtual switch and then connect your virtual machine to the external virtual switch. And it just so happens that I've got an external virtual switch created so I can configure this machine to use it. I can right-click on the virtual machine and go to Settings. And then I can click on Network Adapter and then I can set the virtual switch to my virtual switch, which is an external virtual switch, and click OK, and now that virtual machine would be able to access the network. So that's why virtual machines running on Windows 10 Hyper-V may lack connectivity to the physical network.